What's up with it? You watching the Bay Bomber TV? Hey, yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Culture Covered, and the title is Snoop Dogg BEGS Suge night after he threats to release Diddy tape. What, man? I ain't gonna lie, that sounds super crazy, man, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I actually heard some rumor about something weird like that, man, for real. It's all kind of speculations and rumors going around and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, man, from like doing reactions and checking out these videos and stuff, like a lot of stuff been seem far-fetched, but then like evidence been coming out and stuff, like, man, for real. So like even this stuff that sound far-fetched, man, it can have some truth to it, man. So that'd be like crazy, you feel me? But then like a lot of these rappers, man, these are childhood favorite rappers and stuff like that, people that we down there that idolize and stuff like that, you feel me, and to support it to the fullest. But yeah, I haven't checked out the video, you know what I mean? I don't know what they talking about, but let's check it out and see what they talking about. Yeah.
Has Snoop Dogg known what Diddy was doing all these years? Because he's been really quiet since Diddy got into it with the feds, and now they're saying Suge has some dirt that could really hurt him, his family, and his whole reputation. But let's talk first about the whole switch-up Snoop pulled on Diddy, because, man, it's been phenomenal to just watch.
I didn't make it happen, and Puffy didn't make it happen. One night I was at my house, and Puffy's son was over about like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, "Cuz, what time you going home?" And he like, "I'm spending the night." I'm like, "Did you tell your dad?" He like, "Nah, my mom dropped me off." So Kim, rest in peace, was connecting my kids with Puff kids, and they formed a friendship and a bond. When Justin went to UCLA, my son went to UCLA. When Christian was rapping, my son was rapping. When he was modeling, they was flying over the world together. So they forged a friendship and a brotherhood that me and Puff always had.
It would be crazy to think that Snoop didn't know what Diddy and his sons were up to, because when we just talk about what Diddy's sons were charged with, it's wild. And then we have Diddy in more than 2 decades of pure craziness that has been a running gag in the industry from the very beginning. I'm talking about the freak-offs, I'm talking about tapes of the freak-offs, I'm talking about tapes that Suge might or might not have kept as collateral against Snoop and Diddy, tapes that he is now to release. Yeah, you heard that right. Word on the street, Snoop is sweating buckets because Suge is allegedly to release Diddy tapes that involve Snoop and could ruin his whole reputation, his whole career, everything.
I don't care if it's Snoop, I don't care if it's Game, I don't care if it's Dre. Nobody's stepping up on the fact that you know what's going on.
Nobody's defending him.
New.
You're right.
Guys at Interscope.
You're right.
Okay.
Nobody is defending him, but that's why I was interested in hearing your perspective.
This thing goes deep enough to beg serious questions. Like, if Suge really had tapes on Snoop and Diddy, why did he wait this long to leak them? Like, something doesn't feel right. You feel me? And while we're on that, we probably should also ask how Snoop and Diddy got this close, especially for those of us in the back, because the 90s were not that far back. And back then, it was really intense between the East Coast and West Coast rap scenes. At the center of it all, Bad Boys Diddy on the East and Death Row Suge on the West. And under Suge were Snoop and Tupac at the time. It really was a rivalry between Diddy and Suge. Started off when their labels started throwing shots at each other, but the big spark came with Tupac joining Death Row. He took things to the next level, calling out Biggie, Diddy, and the whole Bad Boy crew on wax. Snoop, already on Death Row, was kind of brought into that tension, and it got serious real quick. You see, Snoop already had a reputation of always playing it safe, especially after he beat a case that would have put him behind bars forever. But long story short, he had to be a part of this rivalry. Man had no choice. And by the late months of '95, the rivalry had gotten to a point where it wasn't just about music anymore. It had turned into a full-blown war, split right down the middle of the United States coastlines. Fans were choosing sides, rappers were throwing jabs, and violence was just another dish on the menu. After Tupac's tragic death in '96 and Biggie's in '97, Snoop started feeling like the beef wasn't worth it anymore. He reached out to bury the hatchet, understanding they'd lost too much already. Suge was furious about this decision. Diddy was open to it too, and both Diddy and Snoop became tight while Suge battled legal issues that would eventually end up with him behind bars. Meanwhile, both Diddy and Snoop started supporting each other's projects, showing
I ain't gonna lie, Snoop a weirdo, man. How you go link up with a weirdo for real though? Like, man, we go squash this, but man, that boy Diddy wasn't nobody to squash nothing with for real though. Like, man, you should have kept his freaky ass where he was at for real. Like, I ain't had to beef, but like I ain't had to be buddy buddy either though. So man, yeah, man, that ain't a good look, man, for real.
Love publicly and even did some collabs. And now there's a chance that one of those collabs might have been a freak off or even a couple. Now, y'all must understand that there are no absolutes. Nothing I'm gonna say is set in stone till the tapes drop. But doesn't it surprise you that Snoop has been really quiet about Diddy ever since the feds came for him? It's like Suge said earlier, no one's defending Puffy. And that's weird because before the feds came knocking on the Combs' front door, you couldn't get Snoop to shut up about the man. I'm talking since as far back as the late 90s. And if you're looking for more recent examples, y'all just have to go back to 2017 and trace the line all the way down. Back in 2017, Snoop and Martha Stewart hosted a show, Potluck Dinner Party, where they got stars to eat with celebrity guests, play games with them, and just catch up. On one of those episodes that year, they had Diddy and Usher on, and Diddy revealed right there that he hadn't seen Usher in a while.
This is fun. This is a lot of fun.
It's nothing like fellowshipping, you know what
I'm saying? Right. Usher, where you been at?
Usher, how you been, man? I haven't seen you so long.
How much did we drink?
Trying to get away from that nigga, huh?
They don't even know what's going on. You trying to say something, Usher?
I'm trying to say something.
What do you want to say?
I don't know if I should, but I'm trying.
Well, we drank a little bit. You drank a lot.
Did y'all see how quickly Usher changed that topic? How the homie smoothly went with the flow? You know what that reminds me of? It reminded me of two incidents. The first one is cringingly similar and had Diddy making the same accusations to Justin Bieber.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. I mean, you tried to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct.
My
Okay.
number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 55.
Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Everyone who's been around Diddy has wanted to just disappear from the man. And Usher was no different. And I'm not going to take us down the Usher Diddy rabbit hole because if you know that Diddy exposed Usher to things when he was a kid that no kid should have been exposed to.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. It definitely seemed like Usher was trying to get away from him for real, man. Couldn't have been cool with Diddy. He wouldn't like me because, nigga, I tell niggas no all the time. Shit, don't answer the phone and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I like my space, too. So, shit, hell yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't vibe with Diddy, man, for real, though. And I'm definitely not a person that's gonna do everything somebody say. You got me fucked up. Do it your damn self. You feel me? For real, though.
And this isn't a rumor. Usher confirmed it himself on the Howard Stern podcast.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See? So you gotta ask, if Usher could say he wouldn't want his kids around Puff, why was Snoop comfortable with his sons around the same man? Well, he gave a type of answer to that question in 2019 when he was on The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne. Snoop kept talking about collaborating with the Diddler. So it wasn't too surprising when in 2020, dead in the middle of the pandemic, they got on an IG Live where they glazed each other like cream on a Dunkin' Donut.
Man.
You've been in the love frequency and vibration for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like you pulled me in, when we went on tour. A lot of people don't know me and Snoop we're friends.
That sound like that boy say
way,
you pulled
way
man.
Back y'all thought it was the East Coast, West Coast beat. That's like one of my friends.
Yes,
this is my brother. Like we've stayed friends. Snoop will come drive by my house in an unmarked car, pick me up. And we just drive around LA and just talk. And he's one of my closest friends. And I want people to know that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know that now.
Oh man, that means Snoop had a chance to get that nigga then. You feel me? So Snoop definitely done stole all the way out, man. And he is real friend. You feel me, man? I would have bust him in the head for my nigga Pac, man. Pushed him out the whip somewhere on the corner somewhere. You feel me? Rolled off, man. Ooh, that boy Snoop would have been super legendary then, the biggest gangster ever. You know what I mean? Alive, that boy Snoop had took out Puff, though, man. His net worth would probably be like $1 billion right now. He'll probably be locked up, though, but he'll probably have a crazy net worth, and people will be screaming the hell out that music for real, though.
Even though, like I said already, and I'll say it again, Snoop's been really quiet since the feds came knocking. Now, I know there are a lot of folks that love Snoop. The man's got a squeaky clean image, and he's the industry's favorite mascot. But we gotta ask real questions, because we don't worship celebrities over here. When y'all look at the roster of what they're accusing Diddy of, it's difficult not to ask these questions. They're saying he messed around with 10-year-olds. He's got more than 100 folks, both women and men, that say he them as far back as the 90s when they were still minors. The world saw what he did to Cassie, and then Keefe D's been saying for years that he put a bounty on Tupac's head, and there are a lot of folks out there that believe he might have done the same to Biggie. So what part of these things did they discuss during their long drives in unmarked cars around LA? I'm not accusing Snoop of anything, but y'all gotta understand that just because you like someone doesn't mean that they're a saint. Because if we go by that logic, then every celebrity that knew about the freak-offs and said nothing or did nothing should be given a pass just because y'all like them. And if y'all think it's possible to be in that industry and not know what Diddy was doing, then I really can't help you. But maybe Suge can. Maybe if Suge releases the clip and the world sees what's really been happening behind those industry curtains, maybe then y'all will realize that these celebrities don't know you and don't care about you or me. Why? Because the truth is, they're really not like us. But what do y'all think? Does Suge really have footage of Snoop that could hurt him forever? Or is this one of those Suge tactics of intimidation that ultimately lead nowhere? But if it's true and Suge releases it, do y'all think that this might be the beginning of the end of Snoop's career and reputation? Or is there still a chance for the hip-hop legend? Leave comments below.
Yeah, man, ain't gonna lie, some weird video come out about Snoop, it's gonna be over with. Like for the urban community for sure, you know what I'm saying? This nigga a gangster rapper, man. Really was like bashing females in the music and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So like man. But like, yeah, if they was bashing the females how they was back in the days like that, man, it kind of do make sense if they in the closet or something probably don't like females, man, for real though. Yeah, man, I think he'll be all right. How long it ain't no man-on-man action going on or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Sex part of the lifestyle with the rap shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, hopefully it ain't no man-on-man shit like I said, you feel me? That's a whole different story then, you know what I mean? That ain't the same thing as taking the groupies to the back room if you got caught with a dude, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, that can be devastating, man, for real though. But yeah, man, I don't know what to say, man, for real shit. Y'all believe it might be a tape with Snoop, man, up in there with the diddler, man? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. Appreciate y'all for watching it. Till next time, peace. Yeah.